Hey everyone, and welcome to my Rubik's Cube tutorials. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to orient the last layer's corners until the top side is completely yellow, like this. Once we are done, you will have completed the third step of CFOP, orienting the last layer. In this step, we will be using an algorithm called Sune, pronounced Sune. It's a Swedish name. Now there are many different possibilities you might get after making the yellow cross. Some possibilities will only take one Sune, while other possibilities will take more than one. First, I will start with the one that only takes one Sune. You will want to use Sune whenever you get a shape that looks like this. It's kind of like a fish that's pointing toward you, and there's a yellow corner facing out to the right. Now, you want to hold the cube so that this yellow corner is facing you, and then we will do Sune, which is like this. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. And there you go, we've completed the yellow side. Now sometimes you'll get the same fish shape, but the yellow corner will be facing out on the left side instead of the right. So for this, we will hold the cube so that this yellow corner is facing you, and then we will have to use Anti-Sune. This is just like Sune, but it's with the left hand. This is how it goes. L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. And there you go. Now other times you might get what's called the H, and it looks like this. It's called an H because it kind of looks like an H formation going from top to bottom. For this one, there are two corners facing front and two corners facing back. To solve this one, just turn the top layer so that the H is sideways, like this, and the corners are facing to the left and the right. Then, all we need to do is two Sunes. Remember, Sune is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And then we have to do it one more time because we have our fish shape again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And there you go. If you want, you can also do two Anti-Sunes for the H shape. That will work too. Now another possibility is called the bow tie, and it looks like this. Now in order to solve the bow tie, you need to turn the top layer until there is yellow facing you, and there's some yellow on the right side. So in this case, I have this one yellow corner that's facing me, and over here we also have a yellow piece facing out on the right side. Once you are here, all we need to do is Sune. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now if you look carefully, we have our fish shape again. So make that point to you. Now, as you can see, the yellow is facing out on the left side. So we will make that face us. And since it's on the left, we have to do an Anti-Sune. So that's like this. L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. And there you go. That's how you solve the bow tie. Now sometimes you may get this formation called headlights, and it looks like this. Here, the yellow layer is completely solved except for these two corners, and they're both facing in the same direction, kind of like headlights. Now first you want to make the headlights face you, and then do a Sune. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now you have the fish formation again. So turn that so that it's facing you. And now since the yellow corner is on the left, make that face you and do an Anti-Sune. L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. And there you go. That's how you solve the headlights. Another possible formation is called T. It is very similar to headlights because the entire side is solved except for these two corners. But instead, the yellow corners are facing out instead of in the same direction. For this, we need to turn the top layer until these two yellow corners are at the front, but they're still facing out. Then, do Sune. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now you get the formation for pi. This is what pi looks like. As you can see, it is similar to headlights, but there are two more corners in the back that are facing out. For this, we turn the top layer so that there's only one yellow corner facing U. In this case, there are two, so we can turn it. And now there's only one yellow corner facing me. If the yellow corner is on the right, do a Sune. If the yellow corner is on the left like this, do an Anti-Sune. In this case, I'm going to do an Anti-Sune because the corner is on the left. That would be L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. And now we have our fish formation again. So we can make that point at us, and the yellow's on the left, so we can make that face us and solve this with another Anti-Sune. L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. And there you go. That's how you solve the pi formation. And that's all the different formations that you might get while doing this step. Feel free to go back to this video if you forget where to do your Sunes. If you want, you can also just randomly do Sunes until you find the fish case, which you know how to solve. Now that we've completed the O in CFOP, in the next video, we will be starting the next step, permutating the last layer. After this step, we will be done solving the cube. If you found this video interesting or learned something, click the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button. Goodbye for now.